Okay, we're on.
Bam.
Regular meeting of Washington, Missouri City Council, Monday, March 6, 2023, 7 p.m. Bear,
Here.
Briggs,
Here.
Coulter,
Here.
Heidrich,
Here.
Holtmeyer,
Here.
Patke, Reed,
Here.
Wessels.
Yeah.
Please rise for the Will all the council members answer if they have or have not read the minutes of the council meeting dated February 21st, 2023? Bear,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Coulter,
Yes.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Reed,
Yes.
Wessels.
Aye.
Need a motion.
Make a motion. Second.
Motion by Hopmeyer, second by Heidrich. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
By your vote, the approval of the minutes is done. Next.
Approval and adjustment of agenda, including consent agenda, fire department record destruction request. Just need a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Heidrich, second by Coulter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
By your vote, the fire department record destruction request is approved. Dust.
Priority items, mayor's presentations, appointments and reappointments, police department reappointment.
Okay.
Good evening, council. Up for reappointment is Officer Rebecca Chaplin. She's been with us a couple years and is doing a great job, so I recommend her for reappointment.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Motion by Heidrich, second by Coulter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Citizens' comments?
Would anyone in the audience like to make a comment tonight? Oh, okay. Keep going, Sherry.
John, do you have anything? I do not. Okay. Ordinances and resolutions, an ordinance accepting the proposal from Cochran for professional design services for Highway 100 turn lanes for Oldenburg Industrial Park.
Holtmeyer.
Okay, introduced by Hopmeyer.
As we stated at the workshop, this would be for a contract to go ahead for the Highway 100 portion of the grant that the city is seeking to go ahead and make the improvements to enter into Oldenburg Industrial Park. Item 7A is separate from 7B. 7B will be for design services for the portion of improvements that are within the park. So, two separate contracts. This contract is paid for through the MoDOT cost share program.
Questions? Okay. Go ahead, Sherry.
An ordinance accepting the proposal from Cochran for professional design services for Highway 100 turn lanes for Oldenburg Industrial Park. Wessels,
Aye.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Reed,
Yes.
Coulter,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, 7A passes. B, please.
An ordinance accepting the proposal from Cochran for professional design services for on-site infrastructure improvements for Oldenburg Industrial Park.
Bear.
Introduced by Bear.
Again, this is for the design services within the park. This is for $157,000. This will be paid out of your capital improvement sales tax fund.
Okay.
An ordinance accepting the proposal from Cochran for professional design services for on-site infrastructure improvements for Oldenburg Industrial Park. Wessels,
Aye.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Coulter,
Aye.
Briggs,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, 7B passes. C, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a contract agreement by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and how do you say that?
Instituform.
In situ form Technologies USA LLC for the 2023 I&I reduction project.
Heidrich.
Introduced by Heidrich.
Okay, in an effort to not blow money at the treatment plant, we are asking you to move forth a contract with Instituform Technologies to line sewer lines within the city. That contract amounts $249,241.60. The second low bid, which is not the winning bid, $263,354, Engineer's estimate, $281,324, is well within budget. The budget's $400,000. And I stated at the last meeting, I will be coming forth with a change order to increase that contract amount to $340 at the next meeting, which is still within budget. So we are lining sewer lines to keep out water, stormwater from entering, and that water that we have to treat at the treatment plant.
Questions? Okay. Go ahead, Sherry.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a contract agreement by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and In Situ Form Technologies USA LLC for the 2023 I&I reduction project. Wessels?
Aye.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Reed?
You bet.
Coulter?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Bear?
Yes.
By your vote, 7C passes. 7 Delta, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the City of Washington, Missouri to accept the contractor agreement from Curb Appeal Landscapes for installation of a concrete pad at the fairgrounds and amend the 2023 budget.
Bear.
Introduced by Bear.
Yes, this is the concrete pad at the fairgrounds for the entertainment pavilion, which will house pickleball courts, 4 of them in the off-season, or most of the year, I should say. And the bid is $81,875 for the concrete pad and sidewalks.
Is the shelter going to be paid for by the fair board?
Yes, the shelter is being paid by the fair.
One thing we need to remember there, park board meeting, we had some folks in the audience.
Donations.
Yes, we got a donation pending there that we probably want to reach out and,
Recently.
okay.
Other questions? Go ahead, Sherry.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the City of Washington, Missouri to accept the contractor agreement from Curb Appeal Landscapes for installation of a concrete pad at the fairgrounds and amend the 2023 budget. Wessels?
Aye.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Reed?
You bet.
Coulter?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Bear?
Yes.
By your vote, 7D passes. 7E, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the City of Washington, Missouri to accept the service agreement from Go Green Lawn and Landscapes for Highway 100 median maintenance services and amend the 2023 budget.
Holtmeyer.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
I don't know how much more we can talk about this, so.
Could you specific what we have now in front of us? We're going to have
This is the
1 year.
contract, well, this is the contract that with Go Green Lawn, that you can go ahead and do 1 year's worth, and you can go ahead, if you want to, you can back out of it after 1 year. But you have the price there.
That's just
But
the
if we
first
could-
part of what we discussed.
That's correct.
And if we're going to do the second part, that's got to come.
That's got to come. We've got to go out and get proposals, go back and take it back to the committee, have the committee look at it, and come up with a plan to come back to you.
All right.
Go ahead, Sherry.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the City of Washington, Missouri to accept the service agreement from Go Green Lawn and Landscapes for Highway 100 median maintenance services and amend the 2023 budget. Wessels?
Aye.
Heidrich?
Nay.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Reed?
No.
Coulter?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Bear?
Yes.
By your motion, or by your vote, 7E passes.
Thank you.
F, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the City of Washington, Missouri to enter into a sales contract between Chris Offenberg Ford Lincoln, Washington, Missouri for the purchase of one 2015 Ford Flex all-wheel drive sport utility vehicle.
Heidrich.
Introduced by Heidrich.
Good evening, council. As discussed in the workshop, this is for the purchase of a 2015 Ford Flex for the use of the police department, and I'm requesting that you approve the sales contract.
Okay, go ahead, Sherry.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the City of Washington, Missouri to enter into a sales contract between Chris Offenberg Ford Lincoln, Washington, Missouri for the purchase of one 2015 Ford Flex all-wheel drive sport utility vehicle. Wessels?
Aye.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Reed?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Bear?
Yes.
By your motion, or by your votes, 7F passes. G, please.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for Don Valley subdivision, Plat 8 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Holtmeyer.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
Okay, council, 1 second here, let me pull this up. With Sal being out, we didn't get the pretty pictures done. But essentially what's going on here is there is a daycare facility right there, Old Studeman Road, Dawn Drive. They're looking to consolidate those lots. I'm trying to remember why that was. I think it was.
It was for the
They
sign.
wanted to put a sign in,
Signage.
and it would have been an off-premise sign for the daycare facility. So in order to overcome that requirement that you can't have an off-premise sign, they have to consolidate the lots into one lots, and then they can put their sign in. So this consolidates the lots they already own, so they can come forward with a sign permit. Pretty straightforward.
So what's being consolidated?
I'm sorry.
Lots 1, 2, and 3 of Don Valley subdivision.
1, 2, 3.
It's a resub of lots 1, 2, 3 of Don Valley.
It's the house next by Valve Lane,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
south of Valve Lane.
give you an aerial if you'd like. Need an aerial.
So these are, you're saying those are the old lot lines. It's kind of blurry right there, but it's saying
Yeah.
those lot lines are to be removed.
Oh, okay. And there's nothing on those lots?
Daycare
The
facility.
daycare facility.
On all three of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if it stretches on over all of them. That's not necessarily the case,
think it's
but I
just-
mean,
I
but
think-
they just consolidating those lots, like he said, so they can put the sign
I think
up.
it's just the western lot has got the building on it because it's floodplain. The rest is green space, but they want to put a sign up here on 47.
okay, all right.
That's the mechanism. Allow
Gotcha.
that to happen.
Okay.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for Don Valley subdivision, Plat 8 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Wessels.
Aye.
Heidrich. Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Coulter.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, 7G passes. H, please.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for Hanover Place, Plat 3 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Bear.
Introduced
Okay.
by Bear.
Sorry, Mayor. Okay, this is Hanover Place. During construction, there's a deck on the back of these homes that appear to be within a utility easement. We did verify with the contractor as well. In order to get into compliance, there was two options: remove the deck, which isn't palatable for anybody, or reduce the rear utility easement, which is not being currently utilized. So the obvious answer is to remove the rear utility easement or reduce it so that deck can be located there.
Also, they're reducing, sorry, John, also they're reducing the setback, but that has been approved by the Board of Adjustment before with the variance.
Correct.
So that's going from 10 to 5. So basically, the 5 feet will be what's left for the setback, utility easement, stormwater drainage easement.
And we have no issue,
Right.
building engineering department with that, because again, it's unoccupied. If it was an occupied utility easement, there'd be a different discussion.
Okay. Go ahead.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for Hanover Place, Plat 3 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Wessels.
Aye.
Heidrich.
Aye.
Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Reed.
Yeah.
Coulter.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, 7H passes.
Mayor's report.
Today, Patke Restoration broke into our cornerstone.
Well, they started a few days ago.
Yes, they finally completed it. And in the cornerstone was a time capsule. It wasn't shaped like a capsule, it was kind of shaped like an old box of some sort, John, was it?
Ammo box.
Ammo box.
John thought it was an ammo box. I
Yeah.
don't know if it was.
And in it was various articles from 100 years ago, and this letter, which I would like to read to you, because I think it's still
I'll pass it around.
quite applicable. Uh-oh,
I'll get you.
sorry.
It's all right. We had a late transcription of the letter, so.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, Washington, Missouri, Wednesday, February 28th, 1923, 2 p.m. To whom it may concern, not knowing when and under what circumstances this message might be uncovered, we shall relate in short its purpose. Favored with a clear sky and moderate weather, we are today laying the cornerstone of the new City Hall. The building is being constructed in place of the old town hall, the latter of which was completed May 31st, 1851. The erection of this new building marks another step of progress for our little city. We are moving forward in leaps and bounds. Perhaps when this message, if at all, is read, greater things will have been accomplished. We sincerely hope so. For as we have kept the faith with the traditions of our forefathers who founded and developed our city, so must you who follow us keep faith. Present at the laying of this cornerstone were the Honorable Mayor John J. Ernst, the City Clerk Rudolph Steinhaus, your humble servant, and the City Attorney Herbert A. Krogh. The mayor bids me to make a matter of record the following names of loyal citizens who fought so hard and successfully to carry the $35,000 bond issue for the erection of the new City Hall. City Councils: Fred Kemp, Gustav Homan, Henry Oberhaus, Charles Helm, William F. Vitt, Joe Phillips, George Kiefer, and Gus Eckbert. City Officers: John J. Ernst, Mayor; Rudolph Steinhaus, City Clerk; Herbert A. Krogh, City Attorney; Julius H. Conrads, Treasurer; Edward T. Koppelman, Collector; Louis F. Reese, Assessor; Eddie Moshman, Edward W. Moshman, City Marshal; Louis Haney, Street Commissioners; Louis F. Poos, Police Judge; Dr. C.D. Maupin, City Physician; and indefatigable workers, Mr. and Mrs. Edwin H. Hake, George Hausman Sr., Harry Spreckelmeyer, John Kraft, Henry Herkstreeter, Edward Hottenhouse. In witness thereof, the undersigned have placed their hands this 28th day of February, 1923. Attest the signature of Rudy Steinhaus. John J. Ernst, Mayor. P.S. With this message, there should be found a bottle of good vintage. At the present, our nation is plunged in the throes of prohibition. Fortunately, the making of wine for private consumption has not yet been prohibited. Perhaps someone will be tempted to imbibe from this flask. We assure him that it meets with hearty approval of our 5 sympathies. Sympathies are not with the drastic reformers of this age. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think that, it bears a lot of thought, you guys, as to what comes afterwards. And I think when we close that capstone back up, we ought to put something in there. We've got a committee going, and if anybody would like to contribute what you think might go in there, now's the time to do that. So, thanks. That's all I have.
City Administrator's Report.
No report. Just have one item in executive session.
Council comments.
Real quick, I'd like to encourage everyone, we get that email periodically from MML, Missouri Municipal League, and the last 2 I've been concerned about are a lot of bills up there from state legislators as to how we should earn revenue and how we should spend it. And that bothers me a great deal, that they're so worried about what we're doing here at our level, and there's some other things that I think need to be looked at. Anyway, I'd just encourage you to take a look at them. I realize that most of these things die. They don't make it through. And I've gone up there in the past and complained about some of them in the past, and typically they don't. But there are an awful lot of them this year. There seem to be even more. And so I'd encourage you to take a look at it and see what you think.
Along those lines, you guys, we've got Kyle Marquardt, we're expecting great things about him. Ben Brown, we're still working on him too. So please add your thoughts and input to those 2 gentlemen. And Ann Wagner too. Anything else? Sherry.
City Attorney's Report, public vote on whether or not to hold a closed meeting to discuss personnel, legal, and real estate matters pursuant to Section 610.01, 610.021 RSMO 2000. Wessels?
Aye.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Reed?
Aye.
Coulter?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Bear?
Yes.